Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about the first phase of a relationship with a narcissist. And this is just something they love to do. They're really good at it. Okay, so think back to when you were a little kid and you watch all these Disney movies and you see, or even any movie in Hollywood where you see the progression of a relationship is always this fairy tale. um, you're going from A to Z, like boom. Everything is just like roses and unicorns and rainbows, and you just fall in love overnight, and there's fireworks, and everything is just so wonderful, and everything is just a fairy tale, right? That's how we're like programmed and trained to think that love is supposed to be. So when this happens to us, we feel like, wow, we've just stepped into a fairy tale. This is like what I was taught when I was a little kid that love is supposed to feel like. And this is really not the healthy presentation of love. It's not the normal presentation of love. This is the accelerated version. And this is the way a narcissist presents love to generally a codependent, because a healthy person isn't going to accept this version of love. They're going to take it with some skepticism because they're going to know, they're going to be able to acknowledge love can't develop that fast, right? So, this is what we call the idealization phase or the love bombing phase of a relationship. So, basically, you meet someone, barely know them, they know nothing about you other than what you look like. Okay, yeah, that might be what drew them into you, clearly, but they don't really know you. They don't know what makes you tick. They don't know really much about what you believe, what you like, what you don't like. Um, they just know the visual aspect of you. They don't know anything about your childhood. They don't know anything about your struggles. They don't know anything about your strengths, your weaknesses. But they love you, right? Or they think you're the best thing that ever happened to them, or they want to marry you. I mean, they just lay it on thick, right? But that's just impossible because they don't know you. Anyway, love bombing. So, some signs that you're being love bombed is, let's say you meet a person, and let's say uh, really shortly after you meet a person, they're telling you that they love you. Okay, I just mentioned all the things that they don't know about you. So how can they know they love you? So that's a huge red flag that you're being love bombed. Another thing is they want to rush you into an exclusive relationship. They want to rush you into an exclusive relationship, but how do they know they want to be exclusive with you because they don't really know anything about you? Well, clearly, I mean, obviously, they want to lock you down, or they want to make you feel like you're special, like you're the one. But a narcissist is not going to be exclusive with you. You're going to be the exclusive one, but they're not, because they're always on the hunt for new supply. Um, that's another red flag. Someone is like trying to pressure you into an exclusive relationship and you barely know them. It's not normal. Uh, Another thing that they do is future faking. So a narcissist, when they get you into their grasp or try to pull you in, is they'll start telling you all the things they want to do with you. Mind you, they don't know you. They haven't known you that long. They pull you in and tell you all the things they want to do with you because you're so special. You are the one. You're so special. No one else is like you. They've been searching all over the world for you. Mm-hmm. Believe that. They don't know anything about you, but you're special. Um, so they do the future faking. So they talk about marriage. They talk about they want to have kids. They'll talk about what house you're gonna buy together. They'll talk about future faking what kind of trips you're gonna go on. You're gonna travel the world, or maybe you'll just go on some trips to Europe, or maybe you'll go on some cruises. Maybe you'll go travel through the Egyptian pyramids, whatever your desires are. And it's going to be based on your desires, because another thing that narcissists do is mirror you. So what happens is during this courtship relationship, this initial courtship, is you're not getting the authentic presentation of who they are, because they really don't even know who they are. They're like an empty shell. They're like a hollow Easter bunny, chocolate Easter bunny. And they just go around mirroring other people. So when they meet you, they get to know you and they mirror whatever you are. So you are falling in love with yourself. So basically, let's say you're a Christian. So all of a sudden, they're a Christian. It's very important. Their beliefs are very important to them. Everything, and whatever you like, they like. If you like this kind of food, they're going to like that. If you have goals and desires to, buy this kind of house or do that or live here or whatever, I don't know, they're going to mirror what's important to you is going to be important to them. So you feel like you found your soulmate, your twin flame, your other half. That's how they want to make you feel to accelerate the bond, which ultimately becomes a trauma bond. So that's what the love bombing phase is about. They future fake, they bomb you with love, which really isn't love. It's an imitation of love, because they aren't capable of love. And they mirror you, so you're falling in love with yourself, which is reflected in them, which they are hollow. They have no basically have a soul, but they're not in touch with their soul. So you're just reflecting back the attributes of yourself that you love. It's the craziest thing ever. But they do that to hook you in. Now, God forbid, if you're having sex with this person right away, which they will try to accelerate the sexual relationship, then you have oxytocin, can't pronounce that right, but that chemical that bonds you together, the chemical in your brain when you're having relations that bond you together that way, they're going to try to accelerate the sexual connection. So you have that going on. That also furthers the trauma bond connection, because what's going to end up happening once they get you sucked in to falling in love with the mirror image of yourself, which really isn't them, but they're just reflecting back to you what you love about yourself. Of course, you should love yourself anyway. What's going to happen is after they have you sucked in through the love bombing, and you thinking you're the one, you're so special, this person is your soulmate, y'all are going to get married, you're going to live together, you're going to have kids, whatever your desires are, they're going to fulfill it. So they say. They're faking the future with you. You are on cloud nine. Once you're hooked in and you're in love with that dream, they're going to start pulling back. Okay, they're going to start pulling back. And then you're going to, at some point, enter the devaluation phase. And you're going to feel like push and pull, but you're going to be so hooked on that initial feeling and that initial love bombing, idealization phase, that kind of mimics the feeling that a crackhead gets when he first hits that crack pipe. You want that feeling again, but that narcissist is pulling back in the devaluation phase. So he's taking away the crack pipe. And you're like, no, I need another hit off that pipe. You bring it back. So you're chasing after the narcissist, and he's, in the meantime, he knows this. He knows you want another hit of that love bomb pipe, right? So he's pulling away from you, or she, because there's plenty of female narcissists. Trust and believe, this is not a male-dominated thing, right? He or she is pulling the crack pipe away from you, the love bomb pipe, knowing you're going to chase after him or her to get another hit off that pipe. And that is how they get fuel. They get fuel from this exchange. So you are not something they love. You are a fuel source. You are a source of narcissistic fuel. They don't know how to love. They don't love you. They will never love you. They're not capable of loving anybody. They don't even love themselves, which is why they can't love anyone else. They are that empty chocolate Easter bunny shell. And they look for validation in others. They don't know how to self-validate. So they need you to chase after them. That's how they get their validation. So you're giving them fuel because you need something from them. You need them to give you that love bomb crack pipe. You need that hit. They're taking it away from you because they have found another fuel source. They always have fuel sources on standby because they always feel like there's something more perfect out there that can give them more perfect supply of fuel. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about all that right now. I just wanted to introduce you to the first phase of a narcissistic relationship. You're going to go through the love bombing idealization phase where you are perfect. You are the answer to their needs. In their mind, they found the perfect thing. You're the doctor that's going to fix them. And until they realize you can't fix them, you're not the perfect doctor. You're not the answer to all their prayers. That before they send you through the devaluation phase, you're going to go through this love bombing phase. And you're going to think it's the best thing that ever happened to you, even though it's odd that it's happening to you before they even know you. And you know that 1 to 2 weeks into the relationship, they're loving you and they're wanting to marry you and they're future faking this whole thing, their whole life. They have this whole thing planned out. And if you are a codependent person, you're going to just chase after, you're going to just bite your teeth or sink your teeth right into that dream because you need that. You need that. You need to feel that. You need to feel that makes you kind of feel worthy, valuable, and needed. A normal person, when I say normal, maybe a person that doesn't have attachment issues or doesn't seek to self-validate from others is going to find something wrong with this situation. They're going to know, hey, wait a minute, you don't even know me. How can you love me? You don't really know me. How do you know you would want to marry me and spend a whole life with me? There's probably things about me you don't like, you don't know yet. Like a person that can apply logic, a person that's not seeking validation in others, a person that can self-validate, a person that has self-love, can analyze those things and know this is not a normal situation. There's no way you can love me that fast. There's no way you can know that you want a future with me that fast. So the important thing is we need to get to a place where we're dealing with our attachment issues, which many of us have, and we're dealing with the wounds, our core wounds, because a codependent and a narcissist both suffer from a core wound of shame and fear of abandonment. They both have the same wounds. They just operate differently. It's affected them differently, but they have the same wounds. That's what attracts them to each other. So we all need to get to a place where we're dealing with our wounds. We're addressing our wounds, and we're learning how to recognize what our wounds are, healing our wounds, and learning that there are predators out there that prey on us because of our wounds. And we need to learn the signs, and we need to learn how to protect ourselves, and we need to learn how to deal with it. Anyway, I'm going to stop right there. I just wanted to do that little introductory, and I'll come back to you with more information on my favorite subject, narcissists, and the different phases of a relationship with a narcissist. This is part 1. Have a good day.